Selena's birthday just broke the internet, and the aftermath is juicier than a soap opera with sequins. First up, she posted the ultimate BFF photo dump with Taylor Swift. Cue balloons, kisses, and possible Easter eggs. Then, Francia Reza came in hot with some Bieber-backed playlist shade that had fans connecting dots like it's Swiftie Sudoku. Next up, Kelly Clarkson threw sparkly praise at Taylor's megatour while roasting the rest of the music biz.
Adding this whole crew and band on the road. So, unless you're Taylor Swift, then you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Then, Travis Kelce decided football wasn't enough and crashed Happy Gilmore 2 with Bad Bunny. And finally, the Kelce brothers hit pause on new heights, but not on the chaos. Selena Gomez is turning 33 like she's leveling up in the most fabulous video game ever, complete with glitter, glam, and her ride-or-die Taylor Swift. Just days before blowing out her birthday candles, Selena dropped an Instagram post that had fans screaming bestie goals. The two queens were spotted cozied up in a pile of metallic balloons like it was a sleepover from heaven, but with way better lighting and probably some designer confetti thrown in. Selena's doing what every reflective birthday girl does, except she's doing it with 60 million people watching. Her Insta photo dump had everything: sparkles, kisses, balloons, and yes, Benny Blanco all up in her space, looking like a human teddy bear with a diamond ring. Word is, she and Benny have been engaged since December, and based on the mushy pics, yes, full PDA mode unlocked, they're still going strong. There's one shot where Selena literally wraps herself around his leg like she's trying to hold on for dear life, or just making sure he doesn't escape before the wedding planner calls. But let's get back to Taylor. The two look like they came straight out of a glitter bomb, draped in shiny fits and serving best friend energy like they're auditioning for a buddy comedy called Balloons, Boys, and BFFs. The pic was from the same party where Selena was basically floating through the evening like the main character. Insiders swear this past year has been Selena's glow-up era, career popping, romance on lock, and besties by her side. She's apparently calling it the most beautiful year of her life, which tracks if your definition of beautiful includes Grammy winners, a luxury love life, and casually owning a beauty empire. And in case anyone forgot, she and Taylor go way back, like Jonas Brothers' ex is back. Yup, Nick and Joe were the unintentional matchmakers of this iconic friendship, and honestly, we thank them for their service. There's also buzz that Selena's little sis Gracie may be switching teams and prefers anti-Taylor these days. Can you blame her? The woman's a walking fairy tale. And speaking of drama queens and fairy tales with a dark twist, enter Francia Reza, stage left. Yup, while Selena's birthday bash was giving sparkles, sequins, and sisterhood energy, Francia decided to sprinkle a little salt on the cake, and not the good kind you put on a margarita rim. So here's the situation. Taylor shows up looking like she walked out of a time capsule in glitter heels, hugs, and wholesome BFF vibes, while Francia, Selena's former kidney plug and maybe now kind of frenemy, posts a behind-the-scenes clip from Celebrity Family Feud with none other than Justin Bieber's love ballad Daisies playing in the background. Fans immediately in detective mode. And guess who liked and reposted it? That's right, Justin himself. Plot twist unlocked. Now, Francia tried to play it cool, like it was all about the charity and that the Bieber bop was a total accident. Okay. Meanwhile, the internet's connecting dots like it's a Taylor Swift Easter egg hunt, especially because Daisies is reportedly all about Hailey, yes, the current Mrs. Bieber. We don't need Scooby-Doo to sniff out that some serious passive-aggressive playlist warfare might be going on. So now you've got Taylor cheering in the front row with cake crumbs on her heels, and Francia may be throwing lyrical daggers from the sidelines. It's giving Real Housewives organ donor edition. What's wild is that this all went down just hours apart, so while Taylena fans were crying happy tears over their reunion pic, Reza stans were either defending her innocent song choice or side-eyeing their screens with popcorn in hand. Insiders are saying the whole thing has just reignited that Cold War energy between Selena and Francia, and no one knows where this frenemy fire's headed next. But one thing everyone knows? Taylor Swift's Eras Tour didn't just burn the stage, it basically torched the entire concept of normal concerts. And now, Kelly Clarkson's confirming what we all suspected. Queen Tay doesn't play by the rules, she rewrites them, preferably with glitter pens and confetti cannons. So picture this. Kelly's in Vegas doing her own killer show, probably belting her lungs out like the vocal goddess she is, and mid-set, she just casually drops a truth bomb about how broke most touring artists are compared to Taylor. Apparently, the rest of the music industry has to pick between pyrotechnics and paying rent, while Taylor's shipping 7 guitars, a full Broadway wardrobe, and maybe a backup castle set just in case she wants to stage a Disney-level act mid-show.
When you tour, like, you have to take everything in trucks, right? So you have to, like, pay for all that. You can't really pay for 7 guitarists on stage. You just make no money. Maybe you kept adding this whole crew and band, like, on the road. So, unless you're Taylor Swift, then you can do whatever the fuck you want. But the rest of us minions can't afford it. So, anyway, so what's cool about Vegas and what I love about...
Kelly even called herself a minion in this setup. And it's not just the gear or the sequins, it's the full spectacle. Taylor's Eras Tour wrapped up in December 2024, and insiders say she basically left stadiums quaking, fans weeping, and accountants scrambling to understand how a single person moved that much merch in one tour. The woman's got an army, a billion-dollar brand, and somehow still finds time to re-record half her career out of sheer spite. We stan a multitasker. Oh, and remember when the media tried to pit her against Beyoncé like it was Mean Girls Stadium Edition? Taylor was not having it. She straight up said the only thing more predictable than the media stirring the pot is the internet guzzling the tea. And let's be real, while both tours were legendary, Taylor leaned hard into the sparkle and feels. Think love letters, breakup ballads, emotional spirals, aka the emotional roller coaster we never want to get off of. And speaking of wild rides, let's talk Happy Gilmore 2. The movie sequel nobody asked for, but everyone's now obsessed with, mostly because Travis Kelce and Bad Bunny decided to crash the golf course and bring their A-game. Yep, turns out the NFL's favorite tight end and reggaeton's crown prince are trading stadium lights for slapstick laughs and putting greens. Travis, who already bagged 3 Super Bowl rings, and Taylor just casually strolls into Hollywood like, hey, what if I also become America's next comedy sweetheart? Insiders say he's not just a jock cameo either, he's actually funny. Like legit funny. Even the OG Happy Gilmore cast is throwing compliments like golf balls at a driving range. Julie Bowen's calling him a born star, and Christopher McDonald, aka Shooter Freakin' McGavin, is apparently stunned by how funny and, let's be real, annoyingly handsome Travis is. One source even said he's too good-looking to be that good at acting. Rude but fair. And Bad Bunny? The man could show up in a Teletubbies reboot and still slay. He's being called amazing, and everyone seems to agree he brought his mysterious, cool-as-hell energy into the mix, like he was born to be in a Sandler flick. Oh, and rumor has it we're getting surprise cameos from Eminem and Post Malone too, because why not turn a golf comedy into a Coachella lineup? Adam Sandler, by the way, is totally vibing with the Swift-Kelce duo. He's been gushing about how Taylor's like the ultimate family-friendly unicorn, and Travis reminds him of his high school besties, only with more touchdowns and less acne. Meanwhile, Kelce is still fanboying over the fact he even got the role, saying this beats his SNL appearance. The man compared Sandler to the Andy Reid of acting, which feels like the highest praise possible coming from a guy who literally wins games for a living. Which brings us to the part where Travis isn't just juggling golf balls, rap cameos, and Sandler sets, he's also ghosting his podcast mic, for now at least. Yep, New Heights is officially on a timeout, and not because the brothers ran out of jokes. With training camp rolling in hot like a linebacker on Red Bull, the Kelce bros have slammed the brakes on their weekly banter fest. Now before you panic and start a change.org petition, this isn't a breakup, it's more of a BRB gotta tackle some human situation. Jason Kelce, who always sounds like your wise uncle who lifts tractors for fun, broke it down real simple. When training camp starts, podcasting becomes the equivalent of trying to FaceTime during a hurricane. Not happening. And honestly, can you blame them? Let's not forget, last summer Travis was basically a walking episode of Keeping Up with the Kelces. But even Mr. MVP of multitasking knows when it's time to zip it and hit the turf. He's 35 now, which in football years is like dog years plus taxes. So yeah, man's gotta focus if he wants to keep throwing touchdown parties. Before signing off, the boys gave us one last snack of sibling chaos. Jason confessed that, surprise, surprise, Kylie has to occasionally nudge him into being a functioning adult at home.
Tell me to get my lazy up and take the trash out. I like the nagging and I need it. And I'm constantly telling Kylie, please, like, just tell me to do these things. And she's like, Jason, I don't want to tell you to do these things. And I'm like, I get that. I'm just letting you know it's not going to get done unless you tell me to do it.
Dude has blocked 300-pound men in his prime, but he still forgets to load the dishwasher. Iconic. Their banter is peak big bro little bro energy, filled with roasting, random dad jokes, and the occasional did mom tell you this too moment. That's all for this video, folks. We'll see you next time.